It's Friday.
It is
crack
Friday.
something for Friday.
Fresh Crack Friday?
Fresh Crack Friday.
So, first of all, what's up, folks? SLBS, how you doing? Most of you probably know me, Jeff Henley, admin ambassador. For those of you that don't know,
Nate Ruback.
and you are.
I'm one of the ambassadors here with St. Louis Bourbon Society.
And how did you get into whiskey?
My entry to whiskey was actually through Scotch. As I was actually probably in my early 20s. Got an affinity to Scotch. I was a home brewer, got bored brewing beers, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to start making spirits. And as I made them, I fell in love with bourbons and whiskeys and ryes, and still like Scotch. Yeah.
So, you started making whiskey, and how did you come to find St. Louis Bourbon Society?
So James, co-founder James, and I are both Lutheran pastors, and I knew James prior to the St. Louis Bourbon Society, and then went to a couple of events and things with Bourbon Society, and connected with people like you and other members, ambassadors, and came to be part of an awesome organization.
So you've been with SLBS how long?
3 years?
3 years?
About 3 years?
You've been into whiskey for what, 20?
Yeah, probably 20. Yeah.
Distiller, brewer,
Mm-hmm.
ambassador,
And lover of brown water.
and Lutheran pastor.
And Lutheran pastor, yep. Absolutely.
And all around good dude.
Likewise, brother.
And today you have requested that we do something kind of cool.
Something different.
So you found something and then you asked me to do something.
Yes. So it starts with our latest trip to Bardstown and went to Glens Creek. Glens Creek is the old Crow distillery. Was bought out by Beam late 80s, 87, 88. And David Meyer is the owner and distiller. And what they were able to do when they bought the property, you had people come in and take anything valuable, reclamation companies. Well, there was one fermenter that was too big to take apart. And when they took over the property, they noticed that this one fermenter was sealed. The top had not been taken off, the doors had not been opened. And they were able to take an unfermented mash, put it in the fermenter, and within 3 days or so it started to ferment. And they captured what they believe is the original yeast strain for the original Old Crow.
How insane is that?
Yeah, it was a crazy story.
How
When I
long
heard
had that
first
been
time-
sitting there?
Oh, it had to have been, I think, Beam abandoned the property in the early 90s, so it's been sitting there for 30 years maybe? 25 years or
Wow.
something. And, you know, yeast spores can last forever.
Indefinitely.
Yeah, indefinitely.
Yeah,
But to be able
that's water,
to go into an uninterrupted fermenter and actually capture yeast spores and then be able to propagate it to what they use now in their products
It's pretty crazy.
is pretty awesome. So they brought in a couple people that used to work for the original Old Crow, and they came up with Flippin' the Bird, which is this guy right here. This is their as close as they could get to the original Old Crow
With the original.
with the yeast strain that they propagated out of the fermenter. So I tried it there, and it was one of those. You get to that time where you go to a tasting and you have a bottle, and it's like, oh, there's no argument. This is coming home. Like
Many times.
it's
Just
not
last
even
night,
a discussion. Not even a discussion. So I came back, and then Jeff, you and I started to talk, and I said, hey, how cool would it be if I could get my hands on a bottle of pre-Beam Old Crow? To which you said, I know somebody. And we were able to find.
I know a guy.
You know a guy, probably a couple guys. If I'm looking at the bottom of this, I think this is an 82.
Might be on tax stamp as well. I thought it was 82 or 86, something like that.
It's not, because it's a European tax stamp.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's between 82 and 85. So 87, they ceased operation. So anything you get Old Crow now is all from the James Beam distillery. And what I've been told is nowhere near what the original. I mean, Old Crow used to be it. That was the top. That's what everybody drank. If you're drinking bourbon, it was Old Crow.
And Fred Minnick will tell you that Old Crow is the best thing he ever drank in a Chessman. Piece.
Really?
Yeah. I don't agree with him, but that's Franklin.
Well, everybody's got their own palate, their own thoughts, right? But I think
So we're gonna see if it really does.
how well they stack up together. Now the problem is, so they used to when this first came out, it was called Little Crow Flies Again, or no, Little Crow is Alive. Okay, and they produced it at the same proof, between 80 and 86 proof. This newest release that they had, it came out of the barrel, and they're like, it's way too good. We are
Can't
not
do that.
proofing it down. So while that's 80
So that's
proof,
80. Holy crap!
this is 109.
Nice.
So it's a single barrel. However, it came out.
Kind of comparing apples to oranges. So
Yeah,
you want to
so-
crack that one? And I'll crack this
You
one.
got it. Yep. Let's do it.
This is pretty unusual tasting right here.
It's a ton of fun,
Very,
man.
very unusual, actually.
All right.
I don't think
so-
I've ever done anything quite like this. I've done a lot of tasting. It's pretty unique.
You know, people say around here that I've got this. You know, the things I come up with, the drinks of the night, is kind of a perfect example of letting my adult ADD run loose. So when
This was a brilliant idea.
when I thought,
This
hey
is-
man, this would work.
This is insanely cool.
Let's try it and let's see.
One of
how
the coolest
much.
things ever. So,
All right,
80
let's
proof.
put that one there.
80s.
Did you pour that one right?
I did.
Okay.
Yep.
So we got 80 proof and 109. So if we get to a point and we want to,
That's the classic old varnish. Grapey, varnishy, dusty, funky.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. It
It
is
is-
grapey funk.
It is the classic little bit of Elmer's glue. So interesting story. Jackie Zykin, I had a bottle at festival,
Mhm.
and it was a 80-something makers, and she refused to try it. She said, "I won't drink anything pre-86." I'm like, why? She wouldn't tell me. But I think it might have something to do with the
The
glue.
funk. Yeah.
Maybe they glued the barrel heads on or something. I don't know.
So what this reminds me of is, you've been to a winery and they use wooden presses, and you walk into that room and it's that kind of dank, musty old
Wood, yeah.
grape smell. Oh,
Yeah.
dust. Yeah, I mean, just
Classic dusty
dusty,
smell.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, forgot to do a cheers. Damn, that's freaking good.
Oh yeah.
Boy, there's a lot of going on there for an 80 proof whiskey. Holy crap. I mean to tell you,
Holy cow! And it's almost the palate does not.
it's not
match
overly
the
sweet
nose.
at all.
No, not at all. In fact, there's a lot of that kind of old tannin in the back of your palate. Kind of
Up
dries
front,
your
there's
tongue
some
out.
sweetness, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of caramel, but then it goes right into a lot of funky
Deep wood, leather, tobacco,
sweet oak, some tobacco.
and it's drying on the palate.
It is very dry on the palate.
Oh, that is.
It's got a good
Look
long
at
finish
that.
too.
I mean, viscosity for something at
80 proof,
is
yeah.
insane.
Dude, that's got insane legs. Yeah, it's so viscous. At 80 proof, that's insane. That's like as low as you can possibly go and still call it bourbon.
Yeah, it's so different than a dusty beam,
It is.
where there's no, deep beam. You kind of get that peanut brittle, peanut butter almost. This doesn't have a whole lot of that.
2 minutes in a glass and it's sweetening up on the front end big time. And now there's almost like a little smoky element on the mid palate. It's sweet and
Yeah.
smoky. Almost like now it's getting almost like a soy sauce kind of a thing on the finish with that sweet oak. It's evolving. It's a beautiful.
That's
whiskey.
yeah. Almost get that light like how'd you describe it? Not a deep grisiness. You get like a rye, but like a sweet hay.
Yeah.
Dried hay.
Yep.
Like I can almost picture being in the not hay, straw, like a straw loft or in a barn where you get that. It's drying. It's kind of dusty, but it's got that kind of sweetness to it.
Its finish is gotten really weird now. It's almost
Well, try
chalky.
put it on the nose now, because now a lot of that dustiness is gone.
Yeah, totally. It's
A
sweetened
lot
up.
of grape.
Yep. Way more fruity now. Yep. Crazy.
You figure it's something that hasn't been open. Let's say it's an 85. I mean, that's it's 40 years old.
It's getting sweeter now. And now I do actually get a little bit of nuttiness, almost like a cashew thing going on. Wow. That's crazy. The amount of flavor in it, you could put. All right. Now to see how the new one compares.
The new one compares? Okay.
Flipping the bird.
That's called Flipping the Bird, yep. Flipping the Bird, you go on the website to look it up, like on Glens Creek website, in big bold letters, will not ship this bottle, can only pick up at distillery.
Let's see what we got here now. Oh, that's, wow.
That is molasses.
Wow. I still get a little bit of that funky,
Oh yeah.
gluey, grapey thing. It's just way more depth to the nose on this.
Part of that's probably because it's uncut.
There's no question about it.
Yeah, the grape, you let that sit, the grapiness still comes through.
It does.
But there's also like an
The
undertone
funk
of
is
molasses.
way toned down though. But that's the depth I'm talking about. It's the richness.
It's very sweet on the nose.
It is. There's just that slight hint of ethanol going on. 107, you said?
109.
109.
109, yep.
Yes.
Bottle 69, barrel 49. Proof
Bottle
109.
69. Shout out to Joe Harvey. Oh, the nose on this is
Almost,
great.
almost black pepper. I can just kind of smell that all day.
I know, right? I want to
remember
candle of this.
Remember in the Major League movies, Bob Uecker, he's opening up his bottle of Jack Daniels, and after he pours it, he wipes the rim. You remember what he does with it? Puts it behind his ear. I watched an interview with him once, and he said that was completely improv.
Of course.
Yeah.
What
It's like take that and just put cheers.
brother.
Cheers.
Thanks for sharing.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
There's the funkiness.
It's got that same funk,
Yeah.
but it's got a good bit more depth. I don't know. It does have the same kind of flavor profile, just more intense.
Yeah.
And it's definitely sweeter.
So this one does say it's 51 months. My guess is the original Old Crow was 48,
Yep.
probably 4 years.
Right at 4 years, I'm sure.
And this is says 51 months on it. So you're what 4.5 years. I mean, color there's an obvious difference, but you're also proofed. It would be interesting to put a little bit of water in it.
It's just as viscous. We could do that. Boy, it has the same flavor profile. It really does.
Absolutely.
There is no question. That is unmistakably
The same-
similar.
It is almost the identical.
It's just a more intense version of it. It's that funk, that dusty funk is there. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
I've never gotten
Now
that
on the
from
nose-
modern whiskey. That's crazy. A young modern whiskey, no less.
I mean, what they were able to pull
That's
color-wise
insane.
at 51 months, 4.5 years.
That is absolutely crazy.
Mhm.
It's
Look at
definitely
this.
sweeter, a little more depth.
But it still drives the back of the palate. The finish is almost identical.
Just way more of it. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, that's
But
crazy.
also does not drink its proof.
Not
At
at all.
109, there's no,
Nah, I drink
There's-
bottle and bond maybe.
but there's no Kentucky out.
I have to say, they replicated the old Old Crow.
I'd say it's pretty darn good.
That's about as close as you're going to get.
Uh-huh.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's, I mean,
Well, it's certainly something to be proud of.
yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
the steps that you went
to recreate an old dusty whiskey, I mean, you had to find something pretty special to do it.
Yeah.
But that's awfully cool.
Well, and to me it was to have the knowledge of thinking, okay, this fermenter's probably sitting closed for, I don't know, 30 years. And I highly doubt that Beam ever used it. Because Beam was primarily using the property to age. I don't think they produced anything actually in the distillery. So to find it and then think, hey, let's throw some mash in there and see what happens. And it was just a 5-gallon bucket of mash.
That's
They didn't
crazy.
fill it up. And within, I think they said about 3 days, it started bubbling, started fermenting.
The black pepper on this is way more pronounced.
I got more of the black pepper and the dusty. Comes through a lot more on the palate on flipping the bird.
Yep. That's quite an accomplishment. That is delicious.
Yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. Should we put a little water in it and see what happens?
Why not?
Okay, I'm gonna go grab some water. Intermission. Entertain the folks.
So, just so you know, there is a plethora of good things coming down the pike. Old Sport and Buzzard's Roost for festival, and something else that I discovered last night that is incredibly special for you rye lovers out there. This is a rare bird, to say the least.
There's a little water. Let's see what it does. Almost match the color.
Yeah, that's spot on now.
Let's see what it does.
I bet it's close to proof. Really?
Smell it.
That's crazy.
This
dude.
one, yeah.
That's crazy. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, it's
Wow.
it's darn near identical. And this one, the molasses that we smelt on this one,
Mind blowing.
letting the dusty sit, it opened up to the same.
I mean, that is so close.
Yeah,
It is
it's
freaky.
uncanny. Glens Creek they got to be proud of themselves on this one.
Wow. That's crazy. That is
You proof
crazy
that
how
down.
close those
Yeah,
are.
Yeah,
That is insane.
that's pretty
Wow.
remarkable.
So, hats off to them. I mean,
Absolutely.
they literally recreated an old dusty bourbon just from
So there's
a little
the
bit of yeast.
there's the
a
bottle.
little bit of mash. That is
Yeah.
insane.
Pretty crazy. Glens Creek is down. If anybody's familiar with Castle and Key, the old Taylor distillery, they're like next to each other.
If I put those two in front of you, you really struggle to figure out which is
If
which.
we could proof this exactly to 80 proof,
It would taste exactly the
yeah,
same. I think.
it's uncanny.
That's wild. Well, thanks for sharing, brother.
Absolutely, anytime.
What a cool thing that is, huh?
Yeah, fantastic.
I'm sure nobody's ever done anything like that before.
Again, brainchild of adult ADD.
Well, I'm glad to be a benefactor of your
Absolutely.
brainchild.
Absolutely.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother.
Thanks for being here, man.
Absolutely.
Cheers, SLBS.
Cheers.
Dude, that's nuts.
That's freaking cool.
That is nuts. I can't believe that. That
That is
blows my
just
mind.
absolutely insane.
I mean, that is like spot the fuck on.